Happy Friday, y'all! Today we're going to be featuring Reynelda Jones, who is a dope black therapist. You know how I feel about us, giving us flowers. I don't wait for other people to give me flowers. I just go ahead, take my own flowers. But today I want to give some flowers to Reynelda. So she's going to join us here in a second. Let's make sure it does this thing, works this magic. Let's see. Ah, there we go. It did work.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little wonky, so I always like to make sure. Good morning, everybody who's joining us. So happy to have you here. So tell us, I love your hair. I love the whole big
Thank you.
hair thing. Like I go back and forth. Sometimes I'm like, I can't get in the shower cap. I need to put some braids. And then I'm like, no, I miss my big hair. It's just like, it's like a thing. How are
Yeah,
you?
I love it. I'm good. How are you doing today?
I am good. It's Friday. I'm so behind in my work, but
Yeah.
it's Friday. So I feel good because it's Friday. Welcome to the show,
Yeah.
everybody. So Reynelda, introduce
Okay.
yourself and tell us who you are and what you do.
Yeah, I am Reynelda Jones. I am a licensed clinical social worker. I have a private practice called A Solution and B, located in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And I work with people, primarily women, in Michigan, currently in New Jersey and the state of Florida. So
Nice.
I specialize with chronic stress, anxiety, PTSD symptoms, and I use holistic approaches to address those areas.
Very nice. What did you choose which area you wanted to specialize in, or was it something that just kind of chose you? I'm always curious about
Yeah,
our specialties, right? Because people
yeah,
don't know, but it's so vast. So when people like, oh, I know a therapist. Okay, well, what do you know about that therapist? Like, what is their specialty? What do they do? Because it's
yeah,
huge. The field is very vast.
it is. Well, part of it chose me, and part of it I chose. But I started working with women after I got out of school, and most of the positions that I entered into was primarily the woman, and then you work with the family around her. And
Nice.
so that became like my specialty. But then I also had my own personal experiences, which led to a lot of the holistic techniques. And I wanted to know more about that. And then how can I help other people, know this information? And I'm a firm believer if you teach a woman, you teach a nation. And so
I am definitely
it
a fan
all
of that.
comes to,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it's true. You teach a woman,
hmm
you change a country.
definitely.
It's because we're the mothers of the country, right? So when you teach us, you change the country. So that's a beautiful thing. What kind
Definitely.
of women do you find are drawn to you? Because I always find like in our head we have who we think that we want to work with and who we think needs us, and then it's like flipped sometimes for some of us, or sometimes it's exactly
hmm
what we thought. So who do you find?
I tend to find women who are leaders, who are hustlers. They may have multiple side hustles, or they may actually be in a leadership role somewhere. They tend to have a group of friends. The friends go to them as the counselor in the group. They can't find these friends when they need them.
Yeah.
And they may also be highly stressed, which one of my specialties is nutrition and mental health. So I also bring up like if they're stressed, they're probably eating a lot of like junk food, or they're probably eating
Yes.
a lot of sugars. You know, they probably have tried some yoga, they probably have tried this, but they haven't, consistently done that. So
Yes.
those tend to be the people that come to me.
That's amazing. Tell me more about the nutrition and mental health. I often say that mental health is not in a bubble by itself, which people like to
Yeah.
put it in because then they kind of close that bubble and it's like, okay, that bubble's over here. But tell me about the
Mhm.
nutrition and mental health piece.
Yeah, so part of it is that food is considered medicine, and there's
Ooh,
different
girl,
types
say that
of
one more time. Please say that again.
food is considered medicine.
It
you know.
is.
It's a fuel and it's a medicine. And whatever we're putting in our body, it doesn't just impact our body, our head, our brain, our mind is all part of that being. And we tend to just focus on, our body is separate, our brain is separate. And that may have to do with some of the medical world because we have specialists that's like specialize in the shoulder, specialize in this.
Yes.
So that kind of, confirms for some people that we're separate parts. But whatever we're consuming, we are either fueling or destroying different aspects of ourselves, which down to the cellular level, because research shows that PTSD, stress, anything that we've experienced also impacts everything down to ourselves.
It's true.
So food that we eat, and primarily in America, our food are so processed that the nutrition that we would originally have, may be leading to some symptoms of mental health conditions.
That is such an interesting field. I'm a big mindfulness proponent, and I have to catch myself because I'm not a big eater, and so I will either go all day and not eat, or I will just keep eating and eating and eating. And so now I practice mindful eating, right? So like I feel it in my body when I'm off. Like I've really gotten it down to a science. I know like if I eat certain foods, it's gonna make me feel heavy and lethargic, and then it's gonna come out. Like I have a sleep number bed, and it's really funny. I feel like my bed bullies me because it's like, oh, you didn't sleep well this week. What are you doing? You need to, And so it's one of those things that the nutrition really can make a difference. Every time a child comes to me for the family, the first thing I ask them, especially African American children, I say, have you checked the vitamin D level? Have you checked the vitamin B levels? Right? Because people don't know that those things impact, how active are you? Your activity level impacts your mental health. So it's really interesting that you say nutrition. What advice would you give to clients or any of us that want to kind of balance our nutrition and our mental health and stress and anxiety?
Yeah. So one of my common pieces of advice, because it can take a lot of work and digging. There's different types of lifestyle eating. So my one common advice is to try to eat more whole food.
Yes.
And that's the easiest. Whole foods is basically food in its closest form.
Yeah. I'm just laughing because I'm telling you, most of us, we get so used to eating processed food, we don't even catch ourselves when we're not eating whole foods.
Yeah. So food as close as processed form. Like, so if you want to have chicken, you can have chicken, but having it fried or the pre-made nugget, that's probably the furthest from its natural form than you normally would have it.
Yes.
So even just starting there, and then noticing after you eat how you're feeling. Like you mentioned bloating. For me, if I have something like bread, I can tell the difference. I can tell I'm probably bloated. I probably don't want to hang out with people. So then I'm isolating. I'm very uncomfortable.
Yes.
So that can impact you. So if you're experiencing those type of symptoms, then you're probably sensitive to it, and it's probably not helping your mental state or your activity.
Yeah, that is so true. I don't think that, in our busy form of life, we think about that. Like my son is a bread eater, and I'm really not. I'm more, my carbs is rice or so I've had to switch it because rice is, after a certain age, rice just doesn't work for me, right? So I had to switch it to stuff like couscous or quinoa or bulgur wheat. And so he has so much bread around his house that every once in a while it gets tempting. And then I hear my brain goes, that don't work for us. We need to find something else to eat. So now, it's like a conscious thought. But I really thank you for giving us that thought. Tell people, what do you have going on? Do you have like online programs people can join? Do you have a course that people can learn from? What do you have that you can offer to people?
Yeah. So I currently sell, because one of my part of my clientele do not take a lot of self-care time. So I have created self-care. Here's one. Self-care planner.
Oh, I love it.
It's a 10-week, because research shows it takes 10 weeks of doing the same habit. Okay. And then these can go hand in hand. These are cards, and you can use them in individual settings or in a group setting. But a lot of my clients, they just pick a card up for the day, and they just do whatever it tells them to do. And it may be something that's like 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
I love it.
So check it out on my website.
Okay.
I am also offering therapy packages just for self-care. And you get a book and you get the cards, and we work together where you focus on that self-care.
Okay. I love it. Like, high five. I love it. Because if you don't prioritize your self-care, who
Yeah.
else will? And like you said, the women you work with, they are the counselors for the family. They are the ones everybody go to. And I always say to Black women, who's supporting you, sis? Like I literally say that. Who is supporting you, sis? Because you
Right.
carrying the world on your shoulders. Okay?
Right.
You got mama issues going on. You got daddy issues going on. You got the family that needs your help. You got your girlfriends that come to you. You got the
Yeah.
job. Who is supporting you? Like, you need
Absolutely.
somebody to support you. It's nice to just go to somebody, right? And you
Yeah.
just able to let them hold space for you, and you woosah. That's so important. And too
Absolutely.
often we think that's weakness. So I am so glad to hear that. So if you're listening, I don't care if you're a therapist or you just a stay-at-home mama, please get in touch with Reynelda. She got products, y'all. She got services. She got a self-care package that come with the. I adore that so much. So
Thank you.
I really
Thank you.
hope that people take advantage of that, because we're really going through some tough times, and self-care is going to
Yes.
be way more important than it ever was before. So give us a word that's affirming for a woman or anyone who is not prioritizing their self-care. Give us a word.
I just want you to know that you matter. No matter what you've been through, you matter.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, for the people that's listening, we're getting towards the end of this month of our series for featuring therapists. So I'm giving away a couple of prizes. This is what I need you to do. I need you to go to my profile, and I need you to find the other 9 videos. And I need you to comment under them. And I will pick a winner for people who comment under the videos. Starting next week, randomly.
Nice.
Gift cards to Amazon, Starbucks. Like, I love to give. And it's a great opportunity for me to feature dope therapists and give something back to the community. So tag other people in it. Go to my profile on My Therapist is Black, right? And check out all the pictures. Will have, like, they all look alike. It's just different pictures. And it's all said feature therapist. It's about 9 videos. Reynelda's will be the 10th. Comment under all the videos. The more comments that I see from you, the more likely you are to win. Tag other people in it. We want interaction. We want to feature these therapists. We want it to go far and wide. Okay, y'all? So I need y'all to help this go viral. So with that being said, go to my my IG page, find the pictures. The stories are, the videos are underneath there. Comment underneath the videos. All right, Reynelda, I just really want to say thank you so much. And I want to chat with you offline, but I think I have another one in a few minutes. So I'll give you a call when I'm done. But thank you so much for sharing those great nuggets of wisdom with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy you joined us. You guys have a beautiful Friday, and I'll see y'all in a few more minutes. It's going to be going on to 11 o'clock. Bye.
Bye.